Oh, I want to play Stafford. I'll play a French. Someone was saying something about French earlier. Opponents bedazzled by my French. Okay, so I don't usually play the French. I think of all my years in competitive tournament chess, I've played the French twice. Once in this Pan American Collegiate Championship. It was actually my first Pan Ams in the final round. I played it with some decent success against another IM. Got a winning position, eventually drew. My other time playing the French was against a Wonder Liang. And he beat me. So I probably played the French a few times on stream. People have bribed me. Ooh, okay, exchange variation time. Exchange variation, a lot of people just don't like because it's symmetrical, but there are ways to play aggressively. There's also ways to not gambit and still play aggressively. So I think the philosophy, if you're a French player and white goes for exchange variation, it means that you can pretty quickly equalize and then try and outplay the opponent a bit later. So I've actually played this. I played this position as white, and the move I usually so the move gives me the most troubles is Bishop D6, and there is a line C4 and then Knight F6. I think is one of the main lines. And depending on what white plays, I might go for a setup where I castle queenside, Bishop B5. Okay, let's play this. Bishop B5 is a small inaccuracy. It's typically seen in like beginner chess where you see a check, you give a check, but it only helps the opponent improve the position. Now I'll play knight e7. So my plan is to play bishop g4, knight here, queen here, and then decide which way I want to castle. Now there are cases in some openings where bishop e5 is played to provoke c6, because maybe there's some argument like it takes away the c6 square for the knight, but I don't think that's really the case in this opening. Yeah, I'll play f6. You could start with this too. Maybe I'll start with this. A little bit more flexible. But yeah, f6 is very typical, especially if I want to launch a kingside attack. Because if I put the king on the queen side, then my pawns can get rolling. Hey, it's Paradox
I
Salad.
started playing in December 2020.
Ooh.
Just hit 1,800 plus in rapid on chess.com
Oh,
last
very
week.
nice. Oh,
I
that's pretty
want to
good.
thank you for all of your content. It has been super instructive and given me the opportunity to grow at an awesome rate.
Hey, my pleasure. Well, thanks so much for the 1,000 bits. Hope you can keep it up. That's nice to hear. Yeah, 1,800 plus rapid on chess.com. I think that's equivalent to like 2,000 plus on Lichess. December 2020 was less than a year ago. It's always cool to hear people like who have taken up the game within the last like year, like very recently, making big climbs. Okay, so I have the battery. I'm still staying flexible. Like there is a universe where maybe I'll castle kingside, but probably not. I guess if white plays this move, makes things a little bit tricky. Or makes things scary on the queen side, but we'll figure it out. Hey, it's Toggy. What's up, Toggy? Oh, Toggy's saying, hello, I am Rosen. Hello, chat. Hello, Pam. A VIP Pam. Okay, so I was threatening bishop takes h2, which my opponent probably saw. Knight was pinned. So now there's tension between the bishops. Um, debating, like, I might want to take. White would like to take back with the H pawn. And then I just maintain the pin. There'd be no H3, and I have the potential to push the H pawn, open the file. I mean, usually this structure is completely fine for white. It kind of brings the H pawn closer to the center. Now, the one drawback I'm seeing is if takes H5, there's rook E1, pinning my knight and tying down my king to defending the knight, and probably planning queen E2. So it turns me off a little bit from this line. Like takes if I castle, there's still rook E1. That's a question what I'm doing with my knight. Put the rook on E8. The other option is just to castle right away and keep the option open of knight G6 to F4. I think I'll do that actually. Leave the tension. Because if white takes and um I just improve the queen, and white has lost a lot of time, like moving the bishop and then just trading it off. So, okay, castling queenside. Yeah, I'm liking the slower pace. It's nice, nice difference compared to playing the Blitzen bullet that I usually do. So B3. B3, it's a little bit mysterious. I think white wants to play this move. I mean, if white wants to play C4, it probably should have been played right away. Because now I have an extra tempo to do something. But the question is what to do. This move is still on my radar. Knife F4 could be appealing. Yeah, I'm just calculating some lines like imagine knight G6, C4, knight F4 attacking the bishop. And after trade, I'm hitting the H pawn still. If G3, I can take and win the knight. Yeah, I like this better because if I play H5,
I
then
like slow
I can't
chess.
really do this because then the bishop just prevents the knight from coming here. Also, if I take and knight G6, then the pawn restricts my knight. So I'll start with this. Oh, I like your username, make out makeup. And I like your sub streak too, subbing for 14 months. I think it's pretty clear what my intentions are. In this position with offset side castling, um, a lot of what it comes down to is who can attack quicker. So I think black is already in like better shape. I have the pin. I have this potential. Maybe after I play knight f4, I can start swarming the pawns. And white's a bit slower. Like c4, I can kind of just ignore it. Carry on with my own way. Yeah, the tea is very good. Thanks again, Robert E. I put some honey in it, some monofloral manuka honey. Use my electric whisk thing to stir it. Ooh. Yeah, and I think it's meant to be hot, but I made it iced. Okay, so this is all part of the calculation. White's under some pressure. Oh, I just missed this move? I may have just missed this move. I was only calculating this, assuming white would have to defend against the threat. But it's a very logical counterattack. And now I'm inclined to sack, but sacking's probably not good. I probably just have to move back, which is kind of unfortunate. The good news, after bishop f8, white can attack the knight again. And I'll be ready to play g5. I just have to deal with it. Okay. So yeah, if I saw c5 coming, maybe I would have played like bishop f4. I should have left the f4 square open. What to do? Oh, why not bishop e7? If bishop e7, I didn't want to put my bishop on a square that's not defended. So like rook e1 would hit it, and um, maybe there's some other justification. After this, I can redevelop it to g7 because it's kind of dead on this diagonal. Okay, time for g5. Probably. Unless there's something else. I mean, the bishop's still not defended. I guess I should calculate this move. And then h3. We trade. Would love to make h5 work, but after h3, doesn't seem so good. Okay, g5. Imagine g5, b5, I have queen a5. And then there's takes, 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 takes. And it still looks like a fight. Okay, let's play g5. There's a question, can I berserk in this? I could. Now it's too late. You have to berserk at the beginning of a game. I think the rule for this tournament, at least for me, is not to berserk. Unless my opponent berserks. Oh, knight takes bishop be an option. It's not the move I want to play. I don't want to give away my queen. I might have to eventually, but I'm going to hold off for now. So queen a4 hitting my pawn. And there's this move. Also b5 is interesting. If en passant, then I take and hit the queen. Actually, b5 looks kind of nice. And there's just queen b3. Although, okay, let's imagine. b5. If takes takes, I'm happy because then my bishop can redevelop. It should be okay. If queen b3, idea would to be probably be to play a6 with a4 here. It's not pleasant, but I'll play b5. And this does leave room for white to go wrong in different ways. Okay, so this is what I was kind of hoping for. I mean, things are about to get kind of messy. But thankfully, okay, I have initiative against the queen. White could check me in different ways. But then king b8, redevelop the bishop. This pawn looks kind of weak. Worst case scenario, I have this or this. Best case scenario, I win the lottery. Okay, king b8's really only move. Oh, queen still attacked. Maybe white will forget. Okay, white didn't forget. Now the pawns are ready to roll. So what to do? I mean, now I have like different plans. It's actually kind of a rich position. There's bishop d6, h5. Kind of like the prospect of h5. Just want to start making threats against the king side. Ooh. White's really tempting me to sack. And sacking might be playable, actually. Like bishop here. Oh no, my bishop takes. And then knight h2. I'm not winning immediately, but something like just a long-term pressure against the diagonal, like queen h7. It looks fun. Yeah, let's do it. So it's going back to who said this earlier? Something about whenever I don't play a gambit, it still ultimately turns into a gambit. But this is a sacrifice. The stream title referring to gambits refers to opening gambits.
Gambits.
Oh, thanks for the gambits. I appreciate that. Those are some of my favorite types of bits, I guess. So with all this said, white doesn't have to take, but white took. Okay, so I'll take back. Oh, there's kind of a cool line actually. Okay, I should have calculated like all of this beforehand. But the cool line is rook takes h2, sacking even more material. I'm probably just gonna go into a tank here. Um, Rook h2. If king h2, rook h8, king here, here. There's f3. But then queen h1, king f2, queen g2. I win the bishop. It should be winning. So rook h2, assume bishop h2, knight e2. Oh no, my knight. Oh no, white's bishop here and then here. And bishop g4, there's a really nice move. Bishop g1 with queen h2 mate. So one more time. Takes, knight e2, bishop e2. There's also king h1, but probably rook h8 there. Yeah, and the queen can't really defend because my bishop controls g3. Okay, so rook h2 here. No, rook h2, bishop h2, knight e2, bishop e2, bishop h2, king h1, rook h8. How does white defend? Probably g3. And then I have queen h7. Threatening mate in 2. I don't see how white defends that. I mean, there's like queen d3 or bishop d3 to attack my queen, but then queen h3. I'm just hugging the king. King g2, queen h3. I think I do it. Rook h2. Worst case scenario, I lose and learn from my lessons. Wait, I missed. There's one line. Takes here, here. Oh, white never has time to take the bishop in that line. Okay, let's take. Okay, we're having some fun here. So it looks reckless, but and this is based on calculation. If this were a blitz game, I would have to take without calculating, or maybe play something else. But um, I'm just realizing white doesn't have to actually take. But I am threatening to take on g2, so okay. So now the continuation is 92. White has 2 legal moves. I didn't really spend so much time on that. Um, I assumed taking would transpose, but now I'm realizing rook h8 might just be completely winning. Or even this move, a threatening mate. Yeah, queen. How does white defend?
Yay. Chess.
Yay. Rookie's cranny, subbing with prime. This is just completely winning, I think. There is f4. Okay, so f4, but then g3. Oh, but then knight f3. What is this? So f4, I mean, en passant, but then takes. I'm taking time here because after takes, knight takes, rook h8, it looks winning, but then queen h3. I mean, maybe I just take on d4 in that line. Oh, that's actually nice. So line queen h7, f4, obstructing my bishop, but then I take on passant. Knight takes, and then knight takes d4, attacking the queen and trying to remove the guard. That should be winning. Okay. My knight's still hanging, but white doesn't have time to take it. And now, yeah, now I have this move. Should get the job done. Because there's no counter checks. If this, it's mate. Might prolong the mate? Guess not. Okay. That was nice. Got some unexpected attack that game. I mean, I missed c5. It looked like white was attacking me, but things turned around really quickly. I guess I got initiative here, and then started making threats here. White took the bishop, and the fact that h5 opened was really, really nice. Was this a sound sacrifice? Hey, it was. So bishop... The engine says bishop d6 is one of the best moves. Much more fun than bishop c8. And then apparently it was really bad for white to take. Because after takes... Wow, rook h2 is the only winning move, too. Yeah, I think initially I was thinking also queen h7 is some idea, but this is just way more forcing takes and 92 only winning move. So I managed to find this pretty direct sequence. And yeah, the line I was calculating was f4. Because initially I want to take, and this looks like mate. But the queen can block. So, oh, engine just likes this move. I was thinking here and then knight f3. Oh, this is winning. I guess queen h3 then is still winning. Yeah, I was thinking I would en passant. Which is also... Wait. Oh, en passant's not winning. Wait a minute. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, I was thinking en passant. Takes and then takes. Ah, queen d3 hitting my queen. Okay, good thing that didn't happen. I would have taken my time, but then I would have had like a moral dilemma whether it's en passant or not. En passant would give the game away. Anyway, if this goes on YouTube, that was a fun game. Hope people enjoyed that. I did kind of go wrong in the opening, allowing c5, and knight f4 was a bad move. But it was a nice finish.